far-flung desert planet, down a lonely stretch of highway, and just past the wreckage of a beloved local landmark, the crew of the Crater Cafe attempt to solve an intriguing mystery.
What's that smell?
Atmospheric spectrometry indicates traces of volatile organic compounds, including thiols, sulfides, and putrescine.
Care to decode that one for me, Matt? My analytical chemistry is a little rusty.
The most likely source is a decaying animal, such as a
Chewie! That was one ripe squarmadillo we rubbed over.
Oh, God! You two smell like death!
I'm not the one who insisted on having the windows rolled down on the way back.
It is a right purty evening, Grasshopper. And my daddy always told me never to waste a purty evening. You gotta let the breeze ruffle your feathers when you can.
Well, your feathers smell like you crawled out of a sewer. You two get out of my dining room, now!
But we found...
Whatever. Whatever it is can wait until you clean up. Please go!
Fine. Come on, Gil, we've got showers at the back. Polly, can you spot us some shower tokens? Ow! You didn't have to throw them at me.
Get! Your buffer attachment still working?
Yes, and I just refilled my cleaning compounds this morning. The peroxides should take care of any stubborn squarmadillo residues. I have also taken the liberty of mixing in my own custom blend of air sanitizers and fragrances to leave behind the fresh scent of Jovian hibiscus. I have been looking forward to an opportunity to deploy it.
At least somebody around here enjoys their job.
Hello? Is this the Crater Cafe?
Yes, it is. Welcome in. Sorry about the missing sign. We had a traffic incident earlier today.
Oh gosh, was anyone hurt?
Unfortunately, no.
I'm sorry?
Excuse me. Just had a little tickle in my throat. What can I do for you, hun? We've got all-day breakfast, showers, a full-service garage, and the last reactor fuel for 200 light years.
200? Well, I guess I could use a top-up.
Sure thing. Our service technician is taking a break right now, but I'll be sure to let them know as soon as they get back. Can we get you anything while you wait? Matt here is a fine cook.
Your cleaner unit?
I have many functions. If you see a biological organism scratching its posterior, do you think of them exclusively as a posterior scratching unit?
Oh, I offended you. I'd love to sample your cooking, Mr. Matt, sir.
What would you like to eat?
I'll have a...
The chicken fried steak is popular.
Sure, that sounds great.
Noted. Thank you.
I think I hurt your friend's feelings.
You can get in good with him again if you clean your plate and give us a 5-star review on Yowl. Makes him feel all warm and fuzzy in his circuits.
Yeah.
Can I get you something to drink? Coffee, maybe? I'd recommend decaf. You seem to have your tentacles in a bit of a twist.
Yeah.
Okay, now I've got to show you this...
Ro, this lady here needs a top-up.
Polly.
Yes, Ro?
Fine. Can I have your keys, miss?
Why do you need those?
Well, if you want to run out of fuel halfway between here and SETI Gamma 6, that's your business.
Right, yeah. I mean, of course. Don't look in the trunk. It's private stuff.
Of course, hon. Ro would never. Right, Ro?
No, of course not. That would be very unprofessional. And we pride ourselves on professionalism here at the Crater Cafe. I'll have your vehicle back in a jiffy.
Thanks, Ro. Here's your coffee, hun. What brings you out this way? Work, maybe?
Yeah, actually, well, kind of. I'm a grad student, xenoanthropology.
Oh, I see. Some kind of research trip?
Something like that?
You know, we've had students through here before, and you usually can't get them to shut up about their research projects. Why, Just last month, we had a nice little fella out doing a population survey of the desert jack zabbits, and let me tell you, I didn't know there was so much to know about them. All right, well, I'll just leave you to your coffee, hun.
Hey there, Polly. Right there makes a mean cup of corn.
Get off the counter, Gil.
Yes, ma'am.
Matt, does this seem suspicious to you?
I suppose sitting on a food preparation service does violate health code, but
The customer, Matt.
Aside from the casual dismissal of my agency, she is exhibiting dilated pupils, elevated heart rate, and is exuding gastrovascular fluid significantly more than the average recorded baseline values for her species.
I thought so. How's the steak coming along?
Cooked to perfection. I'm not willing to sacrifice my craft even out of spite.
Thanks, hon. Here you go, hun. Ketchup, hot sauce, skyfish jelly?
No thanks. Smells great. My compliments to the chef unit.
Right. So, what school do you go to?
Can you tell me more about the crater?
Sure, hun. It's the cutest crater on Route 6.6, or it was anyway. The diner here in the town just up the road, Meteorville, were built for folks working in the mines while they were still open. The mines ran out a while back, and we leaned into tourism for a bit. Used to have brochures with all the science stuff about the crater.
Do you still get a lot of tourists, though?
Not so much. Between the 42 expressway going in and that big old impact crater they found on Korat 7B, there's not much else to draw folks unless you need fuel. Town started using the crater as a dump a couple decades back, and... What is that son of a grub up to out there?
I'll go check.
No dice, hun. Customers aren't allowed in the garage. It's a liability thing.
No, really,
Now what in the... Oh my god, is that a human?
I can explain.
Is it naked? Wait, what do you mean explain?
Polly, holy shit, there was a human in her trunk. It hit me with a socket wrench and ran off into the desert. Ugh, son of a bitch hit me right in the spiracle.
I'm sorry.
Not yet, you're not. What did you
What
do?
did I hear about a human? I've always wanted to meet one.
That primate is naked as a jaybird. Y'all having a party out here without old Gil?
God, I think it ruptured my
I'm sorry.
Everybody can it. Gil, keep your pants on. Matt, get Rose some bandages. And you! You'd better explain yourself right now.
Okay, so I've been researching Terran behavior for my doctoral thesis, and it hasn't been going so great. Xenoanthropologists have been visiting Terra for a few hundred years at this point, so it's really hard to find a unique research topic.
How do you work around the embargo? I imagine not being able to get closer than 1,800 kilometers from Terra's surface limits the observations you can make.
Well, that didn't help much either. My professor pawned off the cheapest observation equipment she had onto me too. So, well, actually, could I get another coffee? My pharynx is really parched.
No.
Don't test the lady's patience now, runt.
Yeah, I decided to get closer and take a better look.
That is illegal.
So is kidnapping.
I figured if I could observe something really unique about Terran civilization, the authorities could look past a slight breach of the law. It's for science.
Get to the point, kid.
Well, then I thought, what if I got really close? Nobody's initiated contact with the native Terrans since the embargo.
Because that is illegal.
I know that, but the opportunity to sit down with your research subject and just ask the questions you've been trying to infer the answers to from afar, well, my ship doesn't have any cloaking tech. We don't have that kind of funding, so I entered Terra's atmosphere on the dark side and flew low to avoid their detection technologies. I ended up flying parallel to one of their highways along the coastal territory they call California.
But why was it naked? Do they all run around like that, or are you some kind of pervert?
You were the one ready to shuck your pants the moment you thought it was party time.
Well, I just figured win in Rigel, you know?
Guys!
Sorry, ma'am.
But why was it naked?
But believe me or not, but I found him that way. He was distracted changing clothes by his vehicle, so I stunned him and grabbed him.
Does your college routinely hand out stun weapons to their researchers?
Oh no, I used a rock. That was where the trouble started, really. I thought I killed him, so I panicked and threw him in the trunk and then booked it off-world.
So, let me see if I have this right. You broke galactic law for a science project. Then, instead of trying for an I come in peace or something, you knocked a mammal over the head with a rock. Then, when you thought you killed it, instead of leaving the body there for the locals to sort out and washing your hands of this mess, you threw the evidence of multiple crimes in your trunk? Does that about sum it up?
Well, it sounds stupid when you put it that way.
It is stupid.
Okay, maybe it was, but now he's just running around out there naked on a foreign planet. You've got to let me go find him.
What, so you can hit him with a rock again?
You are sitting your ass in that booth. Gil, watch her and make sure she doesn't go anywhere. Ro, Matt, come here a sec.
Should I contact the authorities?
I don't know if we should get the police tangled up in this. I didn't much enjoy our time together the last time around.
Well, maybe you can give the nerd some pointers before she goes to prison.
Quit flapping your mandibles if you aren't going to say anything useful.
Fine, fine. Anyway, Polly's not the only one who gets squirrely when the police start sniffing around. Half the town's got a record. No cops.
We should try to locate the human before it comes to harm. This is an unfamiliar environment for its species. That, and one of our squirrely neighbors might shoot it on sight if it wanders naked onto their property.
That's a good point. I think maybe we could work with Miss University over there and get her and the human out of our hair before...
Darn it!
I'm sorry!
That little lady got a mean uppercut. What are they teaching in them fancy colleges these days, anyhow? I haven't been hit by two ladies in one afternoon since that time I got caught in a closed time loop during speed dating that night at Shimmy's Bar and Grill.
She appears to be going in the same direction as the human.
Well, shit.
Fiddlesticks.
Huh. I've never seen you do that before. Well, I'm not going to worry about little Miss Interstellar Felon for now. She's not going to get too far, and I guarantee she'll be back.
How do you figure that?
I've still got her keys.
Don't go touching my heart, sweet Mary Sue. I caught you running around, won't you be true? You know you're on my mind, so please don't eat my brain. Don't go touching my heart, sweet Mary Sue. I caught you sneaking into David's place. Your ovipositor was on his face.
We're live, man. We gotta keep going. Just keep playing. Keep playing.
Don't go touching my heart, sweet Mary Sue. I caught you running around, won't you be true? You know you're on my mind, so please don't eat my brain. Don't go touching my heart, sweet Mary Sue.
So, does this mean we won't be getting our studio deposit back? Dude, seriously?
All locked up.
Now, what I've been trying to show you all afternoon is this.
What is it?
I don't know, but it was plugged into the subspace exit, and I do know it's not supposed to be there. I think it might have had something to do with Gil's accident.
Ro here reckons someone hacked the exit to maybe point it somewhere else. I don't know if they were trying to nab old Gil, or if they were after your flavor grubs or some such.
Point it somewhere else? What do you mean? Exit's an exit.
Well, subspace doesn't correlate one-to-one with real space. To keep the sequence of subspace exits arrayed correctly, each sender unit in subspace has to be tuned to the corresponding frequency series of a receiver unit in real space.
Yes, of course.
Well, I'm glad the Brain Trust has come to an agreement, but can you bring it down to the level of us mortals?
Sorry, it's kind of like making a voice call. You, the sender phone, dial in the address of the receiver phone you want to talk to, and the signal gets transmitted to the correct location, right? Well, the subspace exit works that way, except they stay connected basically all the time. What happens if someone else uses a device to pretend to be the receiver phone?
If you can do that, why in all of my mitosis cycles have I never heard of it happening? If it were that easy to steal millions of credits worth of freight off the highway, everyone would do it.
Well, you would know.
Kiss my ass, Ro.
Whoa. Well, it's not easy. It's extremely difficult to match all of the transmission data correctly, and the equipment you use to do it is really expensive. That and Galdoc keeps the highway exit sequences super secure for obvious reasons.
Okay, so where were they trying to reroute the exit to?
I'd have to plug it into a computer to try to read that data, and I don't have any compatible tech. But me and Gil were talking on the way back to the diner.
Maybe Matt could plug it in and tell us where the bandits were fixing to send my Betty Jean.
Error.
What's that mean?
I will not be plugging that device into any part of my circuits.
Not even if it means solving a really cool mystery?
Let me put it in a way the rest of you may understand more easily. If you found a discarded bit of biological material of unknown origin in a place where you knew it was not supposed to be, would you graft it directly into your bloodstream?
Gross.
All right. Someone is messing with the exit, but we don't know who or where they are or why they're doing it. Where does that leave us? If word of this gets out, it could sink this town for good. Nobody's going to stop over if they think they're going to get snatched off the highway by hoodlums.
I once again suggest contacting the authorities.
Average response time for the nearest galactic police station to respond to, well, anything out this way?
Approximately 3.6 months. Your point is taken, Ro. I am still not open to plugging in that device and contracting the cybernetic equivalent of a hemorrhagic fever.
Yeah, fair enough. Maybe I can cobble something together out of the scrap heap out back, but it's pretty picked over these days.
Could you order the parts you need?
It would cost a pretty penny to get anything compatible with this, but maybe. Then we run the risk of that truck getting snatched too, especially if whoever is doing this has access to the shipping manifests.
We're going to have to try something. I'm going to put on a fresh pot.
Coffee and ideas alike are percolating at the Crater Cafe. Who stole the back half of Gil's beloved Betty Jean? What fate will befall the lone human wandering the planet? And what exactly did Polly do to go to prison anyway? Stay tuned for more Route 6.6.
Want more of Route 6.6? Follow us on Instagram at Route6POINT6pod. Want to support the show? Get access to ad-free episodes, music downloads, and behind-the-scenes content. Join our Patreon at patreon.com/Route6POINT6. Links are in the description. Route 6.6 is a Goblin Booth production. Check out our other projects at goblinboothproductions.com or on Instagram at Goblin Booth Productions. Thank you for listening.